Okay, for today's lesson, we are looking at 2D and 3D shapes. So before we do anything, you've got revision and learning task. So have a go at these and then we'll move on. Okay, I'll post the answers live shortly soon, but just remember, perimeter is the add up all the sides and the area is length times the width. Okay, so let's look at this. So I'm going to find the perimeter of the smaller shape first. So I can see it's 2 plus 4, and then we can just say opposites are same, 2 and 4. So the perimeter equals 2 plus 2 plus 4 plus 4, and that's 12 centimeters. Okay, now I want to make this shape twice as big. I'm going to enlarge it. And like we discussed in previous lessons, I'm just increasing it by a scale factor of 2. All the proportions stay the same. It's just twice as big. So our height is going to become 4 centimeters and our length will become 8 centimeters. And therefore our new perimeter is going to be 4 centimeters plus 4 centimeters plus 8 centimeters plus 8 centimeters. New perimeter equals 24 centimeters. And this is what's interesting. It's twice as big and the perimeter is also twice as big. So when you make a shape double the size, the perimeter is double the size. If I make the shape 3 times as big, the perimeter will be 3 times as big also, and so on. They are proportional in that sense. Okay. So with that said, here are some practice questions. Have a go at them and pause the video here. Okay. Let me just show you a few hints and tips if you're stuck or anything. Well, if you're stuck, always choose a shape that will help. 3 by 5 for question 1. What's the perimeter? 3 plus 5 plus 3 plus 5. You're going to look for 16 centimeters for there. Okay, choose a shape that's twice as big. That will help. And then once you've drawn it, you should be pretty comfortable with these questions here. Tell me what the answers are, you can self-mark. And again, do the same thing with the original shape, but I want you to enlarge it by a scale factor of 3. What are the lengths going to be? So what is going to be 3 times this shape here? Okay? Again, have a think about this. Maybe write me a small sentence, what you're thinking. Okay, question 6, we discussed it earlier. Here's my perimeter of 10 centimeters. Okay, if I make it twice as big, you're going to get 20 centimeters. It's just timesing it by 2. So that's all the hint I'm going to give you. You can try these now. You were stuck. Okay, question 7. Again, you got a little hint here. Well, if this is 6 centimeters, and that's 24, has to be 4 times as big. I'll leave it there. And what's the perimeter? Well, I'm pretty sure. Find the missing lengths here. So if you're stuck, you need to find this missing length. You need to find this missing length, this missing length, and this one, and add them all up. And then I'll give you the answers to self-mark. Okay, investigation time. So I've got a Google Doc already made for you. The instructions are pretty clear. I want you to walk through this, and I'm going to have a little peek as you go along. You need to draw a square with sides 1 centimeters by 1 centimeters. So here we are, 1 by 1. Enlarge it by a scale factor of 2. So it's going to be a 2 by 2. Enlarge it by a scale factor of 3. We're going to go 3 by 3. And the last one, scale factor of 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. There we are. You're going to draw that in your books. And you're just going to fill in this grid. So scale factors are here, we've just done them. Side of a large square, well, it's 1 centimeter first one. Second one's 2, 3, 4, and onwards. What's the area? Well, 1 times 1 equals 1. And I'll let you carry on. Okay. Do the same here. For the second half, you're going to do the same, but you're going to do it for a cube. So we're going to start again. You're going to have a nice 1 by 1 cube here. That's my cube. Well, it's 1 centimetre, the volume is 1 by 1 by 1, and that equals 1 centimetres cubed. And you're going to do the same for a 2 by 2. So the volume here is 2 times 2 times 2 is 8 centimetres cubed. Do the same, investigate, tell me what is happening. That's what we want to know. Have a think of it. And I want you to fill that in. I want to draw it in. And then can you predict the volume of what's going to happen? So that's what we're looking for here. Question 4 and 5. Okay, so Google Doc, have a go at that. Okay, now only move on with this video now. We've done the investigation task. So if you haven't, stop now. Pause the video. Okay, now let me move on. Like I said, do not move on but beyond this point if you've not done this task. And I'm going to check it. Right, what you should have discovered, this is, write this key point down. When the linear scale factor is k, for example, if I say here is this shape here is twice as big, well, the area is going to be whatever we scale factor it by squared. So you can see here, well, 2 squared is 4. This area is 4 times as big. And the same happens with the volume. If I make my cube, so we draw a little cube again. If I make my cube 3 times as big, well, my volume is going to be 3 cubed as big, which is times 27. That's what you should have discovered with your investigation. Okay, well, here's some little examples. I'm already going to pause the video here. You can just read it, and my slides will also be up. Like I said, I'll just very quickly go over it. If I make this shape 5 times as big, well, my area is going to be 5 squared as big from this key point here. You can see here the area is 10 times 25, 25 times as big. And the same here, I've done the same example. This cube here has a volume of 1,000 centimeters cubed, and I make it 3 times as big. So it's a scale factor of 3, where the volume is going to be 3 cubed. 1,000 times 27 is 27,000 cubes. So there we are. Ooh. Let me highlight that. And that should be all you need to know to start the application task. And there you are. That's today's lesson. As always, any questions, comment away and I'm here to help.